You know, it has been some time since we last talked about our good friends over at Church Militant, and I'm sad to say this is gonna be the last time we talked about them. Why? Well, as the headline from the website Boston.com says, Catholic news site Church Militant agrees to pay $500,000 in New Hampshire priest defamation case and is expected to close. Womp womp. Oh man, the ship was already sinking. Okay, it was already sinking as slow as the Titanic did, but now we're getting up to the part where the boiler explodes and like the ship just cracked in half. And now it's really going down there. But anyway, let's get into this article. The apology by Church Militant came after the organization agreed last week to a federal court judgment in favor of the Reverend Jorge Delaire, an official with the Diocese of Manchester, and this is via the Associated Press. Here's our boy. Here's our boy, Mr. Michael Voris. Mr. Michael, mommy, come hug me. There's a communist under my bed. There he is. There's our boy. Looking all derpy as always. Michael Voris, founder of Church Militant, speaks during a rally on November 16th in 2021 in Baltimore. A far-right, unofficial, okay, keep this in mind now, okay, this is very important, unofficial Catholic media website has agreed to pay $500,000 to a New Hampshire priest who sued for defamation over a 2019 article that it now disavows. The website also is planning to shut down soon, the priest's attorney says. Oh, sorry, boys. I don't think the Virgin Mary is going to save you from this one. The apology by Church Militant came after the organization agreed last week to a federal court judgment in favor of Reverend Delaire, an official with the Diocese of Manchester. This legal setback comes just months after its founder's resignation over a breach of its morality clause. Now, I don't know exactly what Michael did to resign as a result of him breaching his morality clause, but I like to think that Michael was caught with a penis in his mouth. And you'll understand why I think that as we get into this article. But anyway, let's continue. As part of the party's resolution, Church Militant has represented that it will be shutting down at the end of April. Attorney Howard Cooper of the Boston law firm Todd and Weld, which represented Delaire, said via email. St. Michael's Media, the parent firm for the Michigan-based news site, did not immediately confirm the shutdown plan to the Associated Press, and a phone message to its attorneys was not immediately returned. No surprise there. But the Church Militant website said it was closing its online store and having a Lenten liquidation sale of crucifixes, statues, books, and other items. So if you're in the market to get your significant other a Church Militant t-shirt, or Jesus is my homie, or the Virgin Mary is the only girl I'm willing to simp for, better get them fast, because pretty soon Church Militant's gonna go bye-bye. Church Militant and its sleek newscast drew a loyal following for years with a mix of fiercely right-wing politics and radically conservative Catholicism, in which many of America's bishops were viewed with suspicion and disgust. It, quote, is not recognized as a church apostolate and lacks authorization to promote itself as Catholic according to the Archdiocese of Detroit, in whose territory it is based. So I'm going to read it again. This is from the Archdiocese of Detroit. It is not recognized as a church apostolate and lacks authorization to promote itself as Catholic. This is coming from the Archdiocese of Detroit, in whose territory Church Militant was operating out of. Oh, you boys went fucking rogue. Y'all went rogue. Now you're about to become fucking poor. You're about to go to the poorhouse there again. Virgin Mary ain't saving you boys this time. Oh, no. The legal settlement follows the November announcement that Michael Voris, who founded St. Michael's Media and its media outlet, was stepping down as president. The organization said it accepted his resignation due to his breaching the Church Militant morality clause, penis in his mouth, without providing details. Oh, you may not want to provide details now, but we're going to find out those details eventually. Come hell or high water, we are going to find out exactly why Michael violated the morality clause of Church Militant. And you better goddamn believe I'm going to be here on that day when that shit drops. You better believe I'm going to be making a video on it. I am absolutely going to be making a video on that the moment we finally find out why Michael was given the boot out the door. Anyway, continuing. Dallaire also sued Voris individually. The court set an April 15th trial date, but Voris asked for an extension for medical reasons. The 2019 Church Militant article titled New Hampshire Vicar changes dogma into heresy cast aspirations on Dallaire's emotional state, said he had quote-unquote botched cases he had handled, and was known as a quote-unquote troublemaker in the Vatican. All claims the site now acknowledges were not properly vetted. You boys fucked around and you found out, and again, the Virgin Mary ain't gonna save you boys this time. Just had to fuck with a man of the cloth, now did you? Just had to fuck with a man of the cloth and slander him. I think there's a special place in hell for people like you guys. I wouldn't know. I'm not dead yet. So. Dallaire is the judicial vicar of the Manchester Diocese. At the time the article was posted anonymously, Church Militant now acknowledges that it was written by Mark Balistreri, a canon lawyer, and said it could not sustain the claims in the article. Church Militant stated that Balistreri, I hope I'm saying that right, I'm probably not, but didn't disclose his role in a dispute with the diocese, which would have raised questions about the motive for the article. St. Michael's Media sincerely apologizes. Yeah, I'm sure that apology is very genuine there. For their part in any distress or damage they may have caused Father Dallaire. It said Thursday on the website. Yeah, I'm sure you guys really do feel bad that you hurt this dude's feelings and you slandered his good name. There. I'm sure you definitely do feel sad for that. Although St. Michael's Media didn't identify the specific case, Todd and Wells' statement said Balistreri was representing a New Hampshire group, the Slaves of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and the St. Benedict Center. The Vatican said the group was teaching outside of acceptable church doctrine, and Dallaire, following with a decree in 2019, prohibiting the group from presenting itself as Roman Catholic or purporting to hold Roman Catholic services on its property. Gotta love the fucking Catholic Church, eh? Gotta love the fucking Catholic Church. You know, they're perfectly fine with their priests molesting little boys and all that. Oh, that's just fine. We've been doing it for centuries. Nothing wrong with that. But the minute you start teaching outside of quote-unquote acceptable church doctrine, then they don't want anything to do with you there. I gotta love the fucking Catholic Church, I'm telling you. Ballestieri criticized Church Militant for agreeing to the settlement, saying in an email he had been conditionally willing to testify in the case. He asserted that he is being made the scapegoat when he was actually acting as a whistleblower. Sure. He criticized St. Michael's Media for accepting the judgment. He said he's willing to testify when Voris' case comes to trial. God, that's gonna be a fucking shit show, and I can't wait for that. I hope one of those, courtroom streaming channels actually live streams this, because I'll be there every day for it. I will be there every day just to watch the shit show that is Michael Voris on trial. I really would. Dallaire also sued Ballestieri individually. According to the case docket in the U.S. District Court of New Hampshire, the court clerk issued a default judgment against Ballestieri in 2022 after he failed to respond to the case. Ballestieri said by email he had received no effective communication from the court before then. Which, this is my headcanon, he actually got a letter describing exactly what happened, and then immediately decided that he was going to throw it in the trash, or his fireplace, or decided to give the old paper shredder some work to do there. That's my theory, anyway. Church Militant has long had a controversial role in the church. Yeah, you could say, yeah, goddamn right on that. Even with its unofficial status. Around the time Voris stepped down, articles on the site featured a climate crisis denier, criticized efforts at LGBTQ plus inclusion, and gave a platform to Bishop Joseph Strickland, recently ousted from his Texas diocese by Pope Francis after his increasingly severe criticisms of the pontiff. The fucking Catholic Church, everyone. It's perfectly okay for them to molest little boys, but if you dare criticize the dear leader, you go bye-bye. In 2016, Voris acknowledged that when he was younger, he had for years been involved in live-in relationships with homosexual men and multiple other sexual relationships with men and women, actions he later abhorred as extremely sinful. Well, just think, buddy, now that you broke the Church Militant clause for having a penis in your mouth, and now that you're finally free, you can finally be a gay Catholic. It's 2024, my man. It's okay to be a gay Catholic. Don't believe me? Just ask Nick Fuentes, Warhammer, and Ghost of Nicolo. Those three are the biggest gay Catholics I know. And if they can be proud to be homosexuals, then so can you, sir. I look forward to your coming out of the closet stream. In 2021, Voris's group was initially denied permission to rally outside a meeting of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops in Baltimore, with city officials saying it posed a threat to public safety, in part because they said the site promoted and exalted the January 6, 2021 insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. No surprise there that they're big fans of the January 6 shit show. Voris claimed the city wrongly blocked the event because it disapproved of the group's message, and a federal appeals court overturned the city's decision. That's the end of the article. I don't know about you, Church Militant bros, but it's really not looking good. The ship's practically sunk at this rate. I can imagine at some point our boy Joey Enders is going to be making a video talking about this. And I think my reasoning as to why, Michael Voris got got booted might be coming true. I mean, you heard, I just read in 2016, Voris acknowledged that when he was younger, he had been for years involved in live sex relationships with homosexual men. So, again, wouldn't surprise me if he was caught with a penis in his mouth. But we're gonna have to wait for the official story to drop from Michael or whoever. Again, I'm still holding on hope that Michael was caught with a penis in his mouth. But, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But, until the next video, say goodbye to Church Militant. Because after this video, that's it. The website's gonna be shut down. And then it's gonna be Mikey Boy's turn on the hot seat. That's gonna be a fucking shit show, but it's always a sad day when we have to say goodbye to locals. And I didn't think I'd be having to make another video reporting on someone, or in this case, something's death. I mean, January I talked about Coach Red Pill dying. February it was Ian Miles Chung. And now March, it's fucking Church Militant. Whew. It's gonna be a whole lot of fucking tragedies this year, I can already fucking tell. But, maybe someone else is gonna die later on this month. Or maybe we'll just have to wait in April. I don't know. I got no fucking idea what the hell's gonna happen next. But please do stick around, because it's only gonna get good from here.